will blow me down and call me lazy. Hello everyone, it's me Xaydam! And you're probably like, Xaydam, where the fuck have you been? If obviously, you know, like you care for that sort of stuff. So, yeah, there's been some, like, you know, personal things coming up, and, yeah, it's been very manic. And at the same time, I've been, like, you know, doing some personal things for myself, hoping to turn a hobby into a, hopefully a successful job. Starting off as a job, but yeah, you know, not YouTube, but if I could couple that with that hopeful job, then good Christ, I'd be fucking mint. But yeah, I thought I'd get that out of the way first. So yeah, it's been a month into 2016, and of course, well, even last year, prior to the summer, I think. Yeah, prior to the summer. But even then, even like, you know, moments beforehand, you know, like, as far as the channel goes, this channel, I have been doing poorly. I've been doing poorly, I will not lie. Literally, this channel has become, like, Bleach-orientated, and that, in retrospect, is not good. Well, I tell a lie. I mean, like, I know some channels that are, you know, like, one manga-orientated, and if we're talking about Bleach, well, actually, Tekken isn't like that anymore, but he was. He was, so yeah. But, yeah, like, if you've been, like, you know, a long follower, then you know that I mentioned that I don't really have the right environment to, like, you know, record, you know, hours on end, without any interruptions. I do get that sort of day, but, again, doing something like that would... It's difficult. It's difficult when, you know, you have other worries at the same time. But not only that, as far as things go with content and myself, it's more along the lines of my own problem in a way. Like, let me tell some. Because, of course, like, you know, this is going to be an update video. I will also mention, like, you know, the problem. The problem that I've been facing, you know, for quite some time now is... I don't mean to sound childish or vain, because this goes against my philosophy on YouTube as a whole, but you just get overwhelmed. Like, I don't know what happened. I think it was because I became more knowledgeable of the many communities, and what it's truly like. I mean, truth be told, I mean, like, compared to, like, you know, I will be brutally honest, compared to, like, you know, the anime and gaming community, while the gaming community does have its problems, as far as it's compared to the anime community, well, anime and manga community, to, like, you know, fault it, it's just, like, you know, blah, blah, this, that, and the other. It's kind of a landmine, I will not lie. But, that won't stop me from doing, like, you know, reviews or anything like that. But I suppose when it comes down to, it's like I've come to, like, you know, my own kind of safe space in a way when it comes down to Bleach. I mean, like, I have, the chapters recorded, like, obviously, like, you know, I recorded chapters 50, well, actually, I recorded chapter 58 a few days after New Year's, and then, well, actually, it was 57, I think. Then I did 58 on the day, but I didn't have time to upload it, and then I did 59 and 60. Obviously, 660, I'm just, like, you know, saying, like, you know, the smaller version, because I'm lazy. I did, like, you know, 59 and 60 together in bulk on a Friday. Well, late into the Friday, so technically it's Saturday, but I was going to upload it, but then, you know, I didn't, like, you know, get distracted or anything. It's just, like, I was more focused on something else, and, you know, like, other stuff around, like, you know, again, personal stuff. So, yeah. Honestly, I feel deflated. I will not lie. But will I stop doing YouTube? No. I won't stop. That's the thing. I'm just trying to find a... how should I word it? A balance, I suppose? Like, I'm trying to bring the enjoyment back. Well, it's still there. I'm trying to couple the enjoyment while at the same time acting maturely when it comes down to, like, YouTube itself, in a sense. Because I acknowledge 2015 has been a failure because, like, we didn't reach the mark of 500 plus subs, did we? And to be perfectly honest, this is all, like, my fault, I will not lie. But I have a few words of encouragement if anyone, like, gets into a position like I am. More often than not, you will hit a wall where you're just like, am I enjoying it? Or is all this work really worth it? You keep telling yourself that because, like, deep in the back of your mind that your work is essentially being drowned. Like, of course, like, I will freely admit I don't have, like, vastly talented edited videos and so on and so forth. I ain't saying that. But, you just feel like, you're underwater and trying to rise up against the current for whatever reason it may be, just to, like, end the suffocation. What I say to you is this. Like, if you know someone, obviously, like, I know quite a few people that are in the YouTube thing, of course, and I'm in the bloody network, for crying out loud. But the problem is, I don't seek help, or confined in someone, I suppose, because, like, I'm overly cynical. I will admit at times I'm overly cynical, but when it comes down to other stuff, I'm not, per se. So, yeah. Just go to your friends. Because more often than not, you'll find that they have more of an impact, however direct or indirect it may be, to your overall enjoyment in the smallest way. Because back in my AMV days, like, and even the beginning of, like, the gaming days, like, there was always someone to talk to. I do have people to talk to. It's just that, I purposely isolate myself in some ways. So, yeah. So, that out of the way, just don't get into my position. Just don't. Just talk to people. So, yeah. Was the content for 2016? Better late than never. Well, when it comes down to reviews, I'm only going to focus on manga to a fault. I'll be catching up with Boku no Hero Academia. And... what else? So far, Bleach and Boku no Hero Academia are the main ones I'm going to focus on. I may... and... I may catch up with I will catch up with a Kamika Kill, but I won't be doing it in a consistent fashion like I will do with Boku no Hero. Like, from the chapter that I left off, I'll record from there, and then, reach it to that point. With a Kamika Kill, I'll get to chapter, I think, 68 is the recent one, and then I'll record from there. But other than that, as far as it comes down to Maggie and Attack on Titan, I won't be continuing them. Like, Maggie was, like, a lost cause, because, truth be told, Maggie's releases wasn't really consistent. It was either weekly, weekly, or a free weekly thing, or so on and so forth. And then by the time, like, I found out a chapter was already out, it was already too late. So, yeah, I'll be reading that on my own time, and if you want me to, like, continue reviewing it, I will, as well as Attack on Titan. But yeah, it won't be like from where I left off. It'll be like from the recent chapter. But yeah, for the most part, I'll be sticking to manga, live reaction, and reviews. I may go back to anime. I may do that, but again, it comes down to time. Okay, I'll make a promise. And I'll stick to it. I'll record. Well, not record. I'll review 2 series in the next anime seasonal thing, and if you can recommend me any of the 2, then I will do that. So yeah, but obviously, like, if nothing is said, I'll probably have found some by then. So yeah, and as far as series go, well, series for gaming, I have another explanation to make. I'm constricted to a fault because of my system. Like, I've said this, like, Golden, before, like, one day the computer was fine, working as it usually does. It's not broken or anything. Well, I suppose for gaming it kind of is. But one day it was perfectly fine. No hiccups or anything. There was for the occasional game, but that was just like, natural prior. But now there's a hiccup for games that would work naturally, like, SWOTOR and WoW. There's always, like, noticeable lag spikes and all that, and so on and so forth. And yeah. Although the next part is probably, like, my fault. Like, or maybe it's the game system itself. I don't particularly know. Well, computer itself, I don't really know. Like, when I would log on to, like, certain types of games, the resolution of my computer itself would just and the resolution would, like, not be high definition anymore. It would go down to, like, I suppose 360p, and the screen itself as a whole would expand, making, like, icons look larger than they should, and so on. And as of now, like, well, the computer thinks I have, like, a double monitor, but I don't. But to give an example, Steam is on this supposed second-sided monitor. And the monitor that I obviously have, which is the only one in existence, won't load it up. Well, it will load up, but it will just be like, the small icon below, and then if I click on it or hover over it, I'll just, like, go nowhere, or just go to, like, my desktop background instead of, like, showing Steam as I would do. I know how to get to there. But I don't know how to bring it back. So yeah. But yeah, basically to sum it all up, I'll be sticking to visual novels. For the time being. I do plan on upgrading, but it won't be a, immediate type thing. So yeah. Sorry for the long video, but I need to get this update out. Better late than never. So yeah. Thank you for watching. Thank you for sticking with me, like, in spite of, what's been going on with the channel. And yeah, I will look forward to seeing you. And I will be posting the Bleach reviews I've missed on Monday.